Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Monday Show, North Pole Happy Hour. What a crazy couple of weeks it's been. Everyone say hello to my co-host, Dave Phineus, TF.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday and welcome to the show. And we'd also like to say hello to producer Angela.
Absolutely cannot forget to say hi to her. She'd be mad at us, wouldn't she?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we want to just let everyone know that Randall is on the mend. He is doing better and still going to have a couple of weeks ahead of him to get back on his feet and all. But he's doing well and wishes everyone a good week. As he always says, TGIM. So in
hmm
honor of him, we'll say that. But at that point, we also want to mention at this time, Branson is coming up, and it's been a crazy, couple of weeks with Kentucky, and a couple of weeks prior to that going to Michigan. So we will have the next two Mondays off here on North Pole Happy Hour. No shows for the next 2 weeks. We all got some catching up to do. We got Branson coming up, and Angie has got some stuff that she's got scheduled. So we're just going to take a couple of weeks off. It's halfway through the season. We deserve a break. So hope everyone understands. Phineas, how in the world have you been, my friend?
Well, it's been equally as busy here, holding down the fort on Mondays for sure, definitely. And I am grateful for Santa Bruce and Santa David for filling in for both Bob and Randall. It's just been amazing having such great support from our listeners and followers, and also making sure that Bob and Carol are safe on the road, and that Randall is on the mend from his adventures in healthcare. So we're just keeping our fingers crossed for safe journeys for everybody, and that Randall continues to recuperate and rest as he gets better. So otherwise, it's been fun.
Yeah, you guys done a fantastic job in my absence and Randall's absence. Dr. Bruce is part of the family. David has now become part of the family. So, yeah, whether he knows it or not, he is now part of the TNL family. But yes, you guys, I'll tell you what, you and David have worked together for years, and it shows. You guys are so fluid. Your banter, the way you interact is phenomenal. And of course, Dr. Bruce and you work together a lot, as well as we all
hmm
do with Dr. Bruce. And he is just so easy. And while we were in Kentucky, we were part of our duties there was to interview folks that was coming out of their photo sessions. With your tuition, you got a free photo session in character. So as they were coming out, Trish, Biz, Nikki was catching them and doing a quick telephone interview with them for TNL, and then they would come down the hallway and come into a room where we shut it off and was doing personal interviews in first person. Of course, Santa and Mrs. Claus, for a documentary that's going to be done. And Dr. Bruce came walking in, and Tracy Roos just happened to be standing there getting ready to do his interview, so we let Dr. Bruce do it. And I'll tell you what, man, his voice, he's got such, that baritone voice is just so rich on the mic. And it's just always a pleasure. I could just sit. I told him, I said, Bruce, I could sit and listen to you all day long. So we had quite the time. Got to go out to dinner with Dr. Bruce every night but one night, and we had a great time. Great time. Hung out in the hotel room together. Hung out in the lobby. It was fun, and I'm still tired though, brother.
Well, the travel isn't for the weak these days, and you had what, 4 long days on the road, and then the entire event itself, you were hopping on all cylinders for how many days in a row? So,
Yeah,
9, 10 days in a row. So,
correct. And that was a busier because we had the upstairs that we had Rob working 3 cameras at a time up there, covering the events inside the ballroom, classroom, and then Scott and I was downstairs doing the interviews, and had Trish running backwards and forth between the two, And of course, Carol was helping out with the interviews and helping keep us on schedule and taking notes and all that sort of thing. So all of us on, all hands on deck there to pull it off. It was a very busy week. Now, with all that said, we got to turn right around and leave again and go to Branson now. Carol and I will be there next Monday morning, bright and early, getting there Monday afternoon. We're going to make that trip in one day. It's about a 9.5 hour trip for us, and, no rest for the weary.
Yep.
So, what is our Nightbot saying on the weather here,
I
Angela?
haven't done it yet. Let me do that.
Okay, how about your weather, Mike?
Well, it is currently 79 degrees here in town, and it's been overcast all day. It feels like it's going to rain, but there's no rain in the forecast, so who knows? But definitely a sticky, warm day here, but not as hot as it has been. We got up to 126 last week, so.
Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, it's been warm here. We've had the heat wave across most of the eastern seaboard and all the way down into our region and even out west. And it's been a hot end to June and a hot beginning to July. We were talking yesterday, though. I mean, the 4th of July, it's always hot, unless you get that occasional shower. And we had showers around us on the west side of us, the east side of us, but right here in Dallas proper. We didn't get any rain yesterday, so. Okay, so the weather for Dallas, we got conditions are partly cloudy with temperatures at 99 currently, 37 C for those of you on the Celsius. The wind is blowing from the south. It's 6 miles per hour, which helps blow a little bit of that humidity away, and it is rather dry for Dallas, North Texas at 36%. So not too bad, not too bad.
Day.
What'd you say, Angela?
I said it's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. It is for sure. So, what have you got scheduled? Anything else coming up that's pressing, Phineas?
Actually, Dr. Bruce and I have got, we're getting together to work on a presentation we're doing at the Santa Congress here in Niagara Falls, Canada on the 20th of July. And Santa, David, and I have a number of Christmas and July events that we're coming up to do starting next Wednesday. So lots of stuff going on in the
Very
schedule.
nice.
So,
It's kind of our second season, if you will, being July, Christmas in July. Of course, now my wife's been watching the Hallmark movies, Christmas marathon that they've had. She always enjoys doing that this time of year. So, when it's hot outside, what else you gonna do, right?
Yeah. Think about drinking warm cocoa and sitting around the fire.
Absolutely. All right, I guess at this point, let's see, he's making a hot cup of cocoa. Let's see what Santa B has for us today.
Ho, 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 and happy day, my friends. Santa B back with you here again. Back home, recovering from a wonderful time at the Wondrous Women of Christmas Society's first gala event. Recovering from my own 4th of July celebrations. And let me tell you, I hope you all had a great time celebrating America's 250th birthday. It was a great time. And, as I've been kind of recovering and recuperating, getting back to all the things that I normally do, one of the things that I've really had to think about is the idea of flexibility. Not just physical flexibility, which we can all work on, but mental flexibility. To realize that getting out of a rut, getting out of a habit, once in a while can be a good thing. And, going and being there in Kentucky with the Wondrous Women of Christmas, it was way out of my normal. And this week, kind of getting back into it has felt so nice. Getting ready to go out of it again. And I'm looking forward to having a chance to be at Spangles and to see everybody out there and to just be involved in the wonderful world that is School of Santas in Branson. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you out there. For those of you who can't make it, keep watching TNL. You'll see all kinds of cool updates and a few surprises. Be blessed. Be well. I love you all.
Tell you what, I can't say enough good things about Rob. He is a grunt man. It doesn't matter what you ask him to do. He does it well, fulfills it, and does it with a smile. And
Indeed.
I tell you what, TNL could not do without him on the road. He is TNL on the road when it comes to everything that needs to be done. And he's one busy man, and he deserves a round of applause for who he
Definitely.
is. Fantastic. All right, AJ, I see that you're talking about getting there Tuesday night. If you get there Tuesday night, we need you on the anchor desk. So be sure and bring your T and an L shirt.
And hat.
And hat. Don't forget your hat. One of your hats, any of your hats, some
Don't
hat, some
lose
kind of
it in
hat.
your laundry.
Yeah. And don't lose it. 100, she says. Oh, my goodness. All right. Hey, I'm ready for that burger. How about you?
Definitely.
Phineas,
Got the grill set up.
get your napkin ready. Here we go, Phineas. Look at the producer over there.
Well, now, that's not just a burger, that's a statement. Welcome to the Elf Appetizer, where we get straight to the meat of the hot topics. Stop drooling, fellas. We're just getting started. We stack it high. Truth, humor, a little heat, and we don't nibble around the edges. So pull up a chair, loosen that belt, and let's take a real bite out of this thing. Let's carve into it.
So for today's Elf Appetizer question, this is for the folks who have their own props and their own set. Do you own a Santa chair or throne, or perhaps even a matching pair of chairs for Santa and Mrs. Claus? Is your chair wide enough for Santa and a child or two, or maybe one other adult? Do you charge to bring it to events or throw it in as a free service? How many times on average do you use it on a Christmas season? And do you ever use it for Christmas in July or out of season?
There's a lot there, but it kind of all goes hand in hand. And I was really lucky my first year. I got a set of Santa Tim's kind of hands. What am I trying to say? Directions or the words. Yeah, everybody knows what I mean. Anyway, and I went up because this is something that he suggests, is that you go to either your junior college if you have one close, or a high school, and see if the wood shop will take it on as a project. Well, turns out my high school did, and made me a really nice chair, and they made it oversized. It's wide enough for me and another adult, or me and two children. And I really love my chair. It sits in our living room, and we sit in it all the time. I use it almost every day, either me or Carol or someone sitting in it. So
We have two options for us. We've got a traditional throne that is actually, we took from an old church that got closed down, and we had it reupholstered and reinforced. So it is a comfortable throne for Santa to sit in, and it looks very majestic and very comfortable. But we also have a bench or a banquette from a restaurant, which is made out of dark leather, and it's large enough to sit Santa and two children or an adult or two, depending on how tiny their butts are. And so we do have those as options, and we do offer them as a set for an event. And if they are willing to come and transport them to the event and back themselves, they get it for free. If we have to transport it, we charge them for it. So you'd be quite surprised how often someone happens to find a truck if they find out they can get something for free. So
yeah, makes a difference, doesn't it?
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And if they don't have to find that set piece for when they're doing visits from Santa, and all they have to do is they have to come and pick it up, they are definitely going to do that, because it's one less thing for them to worry about. And so that's always a good thing.
Absolutely. Gary Linder, thank you, sir. Yes, plans was the word I was looking for. I don't know why it wasn't coming to me. It just wasn't coming.
I was going to say, Bob Bulick also has a really great set of plans, too, that is amazing, and it can knock apart into 5 pieces that are easily transported. So,
and I do have a copy of those plans, and he gave us permission back, and I guess the first year he started doing that, to actually give away one set of plans to each one of our Set Bob's classes, and for years we did that. Of course, I didn't give away any in Michigan when I was up there. I didn't think about it until I was thinking last night, what am I going to come up with for a question today? And so they're, Don Winter says, I do not own a chair. I use whatever's available. And that may be the case for many, especially if you do home visits. Kind of hard to lag your big chair in at a home visit just for a family or two families or a small family of three or four. But, your bigger events, they come in so handy. Now, mine, of course, the Tim Conahan plans. Thank you, Gary Linder. The back comes off and it has a set of roller casters on one side, and you pick up on one arm and can push it around wherever you want, and it fits right in the back of our minivan. So I love my chair. I just can't imagine not having one. I've used it quite a bit throughout the years, and if you need it, it's very handy to have. What does Don say there, Phineas?
Don Weinreich says that his favorite chair is actually a bench. It has a low back that moms and dads and all the other family members who also wish to be in the picture can be. So definitely a lot of places are offering benches. But if you need something with a back support, you got to make sure that there's a good back support there.
Yeah, and I started to include benches, and I figured that would come up, and sure enough, it did. Yes, the bench is great. Lots of times, lots of places use bench. Now, if you're at one of the big sporting goods box stores, they have the one chair that's a single seater, and the way the arms are on that chair is very inconvenient to crowd around the chair because of the way the back is, the arms are, and a lot of the box stores, sporting goods stores have a small bench that they either have on one side of the chair or the other for the folks to sit in. So. James says, we don't have any thrones, but we're restoring an 80-year-plus chair, Santa chair, and we're making some matching pieces. Very nice. Very nice.
Nice. That is great. That is great. Just got to make sure it's good and sturdy and comfortable. That's the main thing. So. Santa Doug says, yes, we have Santa and Mrs. Claus chairs, not thrones. They are the right size for transport. We charge to bring ours and use it a lot. We also offer mountable backdrops, including a sleigh, animated reindeer, etc. So,
yes, they do, and they use the chairs on their show, Santa's Workshop, on Sunday nights. If you have not caught that, you need to get over and watch that show. That is our newest show of the year on the network, and I'll tell you what, Santa Chris, Kim, Jenny, and Doug, their show is absolutely phenomenal. It's worth every bit of the time that they put into it, every bit of the time it takes to go over and watch it. And if you don't catch it live, catch it on a replay on YouTube.
Santa Chris says that we have a Santa bench. We also have a pair of matching chairs. We also have a sleigh. Depending on the event, we charge extra.
Absolutely. Now, I do have a sleigh that I inherited from Gordon Bailey. It's a nice sleigh. We use it at North Pole Cornerstones as a prop, not to actually get in, not that you can't, but we fill that up with items for our charity that we work with, and so you can crowd around it and get photos all around it. Though we love the sleigh.
Don says that he has even sat on the raised hearth of a fireplace, providing that there is no fire going, and that is important.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Especially if Santa is using some hairspray to keep his hair and beard in place. You don't want to be close to any source of open flame.
Go up in flames.
Yep.
All right, Everett's got a long one here. I'm going to let you cover it.
Okay. Over the last 7 years, we have collected 3 sets of Santa and Mrs. Claus chairs. One set is a set that could be from a table and chair set in your dining room with nice upholstery. The next set is more formal and actually come from a movie set. The third set is a metal folding chair set that we can put on a beach or buy a poolside. We use our chairs when we need to, but we also charge for them. We have enough to create an entire scene with backdrops and other set pieces. And Everett showing, particularly because of where they live in the South, that they are flexible and they do have lots of options as well. So that is always important. And if you don't have chairs or something like that, you can also put in your information package or contract that if they wanted to do photos with Santa or Mrs. Claus, they should provide a chair, and you can give them guidelines as to what type of chair you would prefer, particularly if you have issues with getting up and down, or if you want to have have your personal space while posing for photos.
Good points. All very valid points. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Kane says, I made a bench last year using a headboard that belonged to my son. I have the plans for a Tim Conahan chair and started it, but I still have to finish it. I have most of the parts cut, but assembly hasn't begun. Well, you know what, Kane? Either way, you're in good shape. Like I say, the bench and or the chair that gives you versatility, as Phineas mentioned. Also, Kane, while I'm thinking about it, when you guys get to Branson, come find me. There's something I want to talk to you about. Nothing that's real important, but just come see me. All right, Doug Wright's got a big one here. I'm going to let you cover this one again, Phineas.
Okay. Doug Wright says, I built my own Santa chair out of a Deacon's bench and 2 people can sit on it. I built the back and the header is in gold and what says Santa. It is red, white, and green in colors. I used it once in the 8 years I have been a Santa. It comes apart and stores in the garage. Never charged for it. But yeah, you've used it once, but you have it, and in case someone asks for it again, there you go, Doug. So that's always useful. So.
AJ says the event provides chairs for me, but I do not have one of my own thrones. Well, AJ, that's something that you can work towards, my friend.
Gary Linder says that he has a wooden bench that he has used, but he does not charge for its use.
Back to Kane says, I also have a nice Queen Anne chair that I want to get upholstered or reupholstered in a more festive color.
Pat Wesson says, usually the gig provides, he has a small folding chair, so whatever works.
Yes.
Plus, well.
Absolutely. Tailbone gets sore if you don't, Shannon.
Yep.
So it's soft to sit on, yes, absolutely.
As long as you can get up and down easily and it doesn't collapse under the weight of you and the children, that's all that matters. So.
Yes, it is. Let's see here. I think that covers everything that started.
Yeah.
Did you get this one from Dawn?
Nope, just popped up over here. Uh-oh, sorry. I didn't see you put it up. I'll put it back up.
Don says, this is interesting, not just for seating choices, but how many of us seem to have more items available beyond chairs. And yeah, that seems to be the case a lot these days, Don. A lot of us, we do have our own photographic backdrops that we can offer, especially if we're doing more larger events, like what Bob has behind him. Like if you're doing larger events, particularly hotel ballrooms, which aren't exactly exciting looking, you can, even if you just go to some of the events like the wonderful Wondrous Women of Christmas or North Pole Cornerstones, it's amazing what you can do with just a few extra Christmas trees and some inexpensive decorations and even just some lights, what you can do to make it look like a wondrous winter wonderland, as opposed to just another hotel ballroom with a throne up against the wall. So lots of opportunities there.
Liz Roach says, I have pop-up stools that fit in my bag for hotel rooms. Those are very nice. And okay, so I want to bring up a couple of things. This is a real backdrop back here. Some people think it's a virtual backdrop. It is not. Set this up on Mondays and Tuesdays. Twice a week it goes up and comes down. We got that. Carol and Angie actually found that for me back when COVID hit, and we were doing virtual visits with the 100 Miracle Santas group. And I stored it away, hadn't used it since then, and one day she mentioned, well, why don't you get it out and use it instead of the old silver or gray TNL one that you've been using? And we did, and got a lot of compliments on it, so I still use it. Now, back to the other thought I had. Guys, think about this, and this goes hand in hand with what we're talking about. If you've got a large corporate event or an event where there's going to be high traffic, take your chair out there and set it up a few days ahead of time. Buy you some roped off stands to go around it if you need to protect it, or just to give the hint that please don't sit in this chair because it's roped off, and put a sign in it. And on that sign, you want to put Santa to be here, will appear here or Santa and Mrs. Claus will appear here at a certain date at certain times. Put that up there and promote your event at that particular stop on your travels or whatever. But the larger events, that works great. That helps build audience ahead of time. Folks know you're going to be there, and they see that beautiful chair. They can't help come get a picture with Santa in it.
Definitely, definitely. One of our larger events that we do, they actually take the chair a couple of days in advance so they can get the set all set up, ready for the photos and visits with Santa. And once they have the set all set up, because we also hand out gifts for the children, they're able to build the gift room warehouse right in behind that set, and they can take as much space as they need. So, and it's always good to see.
Yeah, another great point real quick before we get to Sue's comment here is the fact that if you are doing a larger event, the last thing you want to do is walk in character, carrying a chair, and setting that chair up in front of everybody. So by taking that chair over ahead of time, maybe the night before or earlier that morning when not in character, works better than showing up with it hanging over your shoulder.
Yep.
All right, Phineas.
Sue Radloff prefers an actual backdrop because the virtual backgrounds are not static, and if you reach for something, your arm disappears and your head disappears, whatever. And that is the case, unless you've got really good lighting and really fast graphic processing. If you're doing virtual visits, virtual backdrops can be problematic. So unless you've got tip-top camera quality, good lighting, and really good fast processing power, an actual physical backdrop such as what Bob has, or a practical backdrop that I have where I actually have props that I can work with, go a long way if you're still doing virtual visits. So by all means, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely prefer what you have, Phineas, or the regular backdrop like I have. And this one I have is a very thick, heavy, well-made backdrop. I was lucky that they found it, and I absolutely love that one. The TNL, the Tuesday Night Live one that we used for so long, that we still carry with us on the road. It's lightweight, easy to carry, and it's great for the road. And many of you that caught our coverage from Kentucky may have seen a new backdrop that we just got. Got all the shows for the network listed on them. The particular way we had it set up in Kentucky was because we didn't have a lot of room there. We was back in the corner, and the ballroom was full. But when we get to Branson, it will be elevated where you can see all 3 rows of the shows, and will make for a great presentation behind the camera.
Santa Bahamas says, thank you for all these chair tips from the Bahamas. Awesome. Thank you for watching. Great to see you.
Yes, and a great segment on Sean White show with you, Santa Bahamas. That was a great show. If you didn't catch that, folks, go over there and catch it. I mean, these shows are recorded for a reason. That's so you can go back and watch them.
And if you ever want to see a Santa having fun, look up Santa Bahamas page. He is remarkable. He's has a great amount of fun, lots of dancing and lots of playing with the audience. I was lucky enough to meet him at Charles W. Howard last year, and I hope our paths cross again in the near future. So
very, very high energy, as you and Angela says. Great dancer, and I mean, I tell you what, if you're looking for entertainment, that is entertaining. Yep. All right, let's see here.
Here's one from Uncle
Santa Scott says, Bob, do I need to bring the new backdrop to Branson? I just got in. Well, yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Scott, just go ahead and bring it on down to Dallas. We'll keep up with it from there.
Well, Angela says she's got a solution, Scott. Just bring it on down to Dallas. We'll take care of it.
I would love to see it in person.
It's beautiful. It's very, very nice. It's got and I mentioned this on our live from Kentucky. The frame is actually scissors frame, so you got to lay it down and pull it apart from the corners, and it's about 10, 12 inches thick box, and you slide the backdrop up and over it. It's really cool. Don't take any clamps. Just really easy, really easy. I guess that's easy for me to say. I didn't put it up and take it down. Yeah, Scott said that's what happened to the last one. The silver one, Scott actually bought also the Tuesday Night Live one, and he let me use it one time, and I never gave it back. See how that works?
Elizabeth Roosh says she has several 10 by 20 foot backdrops for large gatherings. And
She, she does. And one of those that we used in the interview room at the Wondrous Women of Christmas Society event last week was Liz's, and it was a beautiful backdrop. It was a Santa setting, and very, very nice in the pictures. Liz, by the way, I want to mention real quick, I found that video that I thought I had lost. It was actually piggybacked on your video, so I've got to go in there and split them. But I went back and was last night, Angie and I was looking at the videos, and they all turned out fantastic. So we're very excited about that. Let's see here. Scott's got something else he wants to say. It comes down easier than it goes up. Okay, fantastic. Like I said, I wasn't in there. You and Rob handled that, so. Yes. Don't forget to bring your backdrop, Liz, because we'll need it in Branson for Rachel's interview while we're thinking about it. Good point, Scott.
Scott's using his noodle today.
Liz, no, you're never the problem. Never, never, never. Now, Tracy's a different story. He's going to get mad at me for saying that. All right, I think that pretty much covers everything there. Let's go ahead and get into our Santa's Closet and today's sleigh belt brain teaser and the Claus in Effect bonus round, along with the Phineas bonus round. Got some good ones today. Let's go.
So thank you very much to Wade and Scarlett of santascloset.org. And this first question is for a prize package from Santa's Closet. We'll need to know the letter and the answer. So the first question is, according to the Best of 2025 guide, what is the #1 best-selling brand of cookies in the U.S.? A, Little Debbie, B, Chips Ahoy, C, Pepperidge Farms, or D, Oreo? So once again, for a Santa's Closet prize package and possible t-shirt, what is the #1 best-selling brand of cookies in the U.S. according to the Best of 2025 guide? A, Little Debbie, B, Chips Ahoy, C, Pepperidge Farms, D, Oreo.
That's right, and on to the Claus in Effect bonus round. Winner's name goes in or on the Wheel of Destiny. Is that what you called it, Phineas?
That's what I called it, the Wheel of Destiny.
Wheel of Destiny. I love that. For a scholarship for NPC 2027. All right, in 2024, the global cookie market was reported to have reached over, we're looking for a dollar amount here, A, 100 million, B, 500 million, C, 5 billion, or D, 10 billion. That's 100 million,
Woo.
500 million, 5 billion, or 10 billion. All right, on to the Phineas bonus round.
The Phineas bonus round was the best-selling brand of cookies was introduced in which year? So in what year was the best-selling brand of cookies introduced?
So the number one best-selling brand in the U.S., how much did the market bring, and the best-selling year that it came out in. Very good. That's going to be fun for you guys. I'm talking to cookies. Oh, my gosh. All right, let's see here.
There's a question on here from Santa Chris, if you want to address it.
Mm-hmm.
What day do you plan to set up the TNL backdrop in Branson?
That would be going to have to be Tuesday, Chris. Are you guys going to be there on Tuesday? And by the way, be sure and bring your TNL stuff because you're going to be on camera.
Got to represent the brand.
Got to represent the brand. That's right. All right, let's go ahead and let's jump into our next segment, which is our Elfin Chatterbox News. No, video first. All right, NorthPoleCornerstones.com, February 18th through the 21st, 2027, 4 days, Thursday through Sunday, Hilton Garden Inn and Conference Center, OKC North, Edmond, Oklahoma. Come join us. We'd love to have you.
And coming up in August 1st to 2nd, 2026 in Saginaw, Michigan is the Red Suit Conclave. Registration is live. Just to register, go to michigansantas.regfox.com and look for the 2026 Red Suit Conclave. And you get to join the members of MAPS in their wonderful event there. And coming up on the 20th of July in Niagara Falls, Canada, is the Santa Congress. I'm not sure if registration is still open, but you can check santacongress.ca to see if they'll still accept registrations. And Bob is currently enjoying a wonderful cookie.
I think he's giving away the answer.
I was going to say there's a strong hint there.
The answer has already come in, so I went ahead and broke into it.
Yes, we do have a winner, so that's a good thing. If you answered Oreo, then you got some
But
good
these
odds.
are sugar free. Let me tell you something.
Ooh.
These beat the real deal. These are so good. Okay, we'll get to the answer later on the show. Next, we're going to go digging deeper with. Wait a minute. You mentioned the Red Suit Conclave, right?
Yep.
That is coming up soon here in August, and preparations are underway, and that's going to be a fantastic event. If you can get and make your way up to Saginaw, Michigan for that, going to be some fun stuff going on.
It is free.
It is free, absolutely. All it takes is getting yourself there. All right, now let's next go to digging deeper with Phineas. Well, I enjoy my cookie.
Yep, sugar-free Oreos. Now you're gonna have dirty teeth.
Kane knows what's going on.
Okay. Don't smile right now. Okay, where are we at?
Digging deeper.
Okay, we're ready.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hoping everybody is having a good start to the week and everybody had a wonderful Independence Day long weekend and that you had a good time of celebration and enjoyment with your families. So thank you for joining us on Monday and hoping you all have recovered from a good holiday weekend. So last week, I was lucky enough to have Santa David join me, and we talked about how Santa and Phineas work together to answer the difficult questions that we get asked, particularly noting why Phineas is working with Santa so closely and how Santa and Phineas's relationship is, why we work together so much. And that way we were able to give a consistent answer and that even if we were separated at an event and working separate, as we often are, that's something that I tell the audience or our believers when they get to Santa, he'll be able to reinforce what I said and support it, and vice versa. If Santa says something, I'll be able to say something and provide a consistent answer. And that is important if you're working with someone, particularly if you're working with a Mrs. Claus. And that is one of the more important things to do, because you are working together to create a believable story, and working together to create a North Pole that you both can describe equally together, even if you're only working there for the first time for only one occasion. And how do you do that? Well, hopefully you'll get a chance at the beginning of the event, if you've never worked with them before, to sit down and have a quick conversation with them and just sort of say, this is how I work, how do you work, and how would you like to reflect what the relationship you have with Mrs. Claus is. Is Mrs. Claus there on her own? Is she there to tell stories to the children, or is she there to help prepare the children and families as they visit Santa, or is she there with Santa and posing for photos together? So you're going to need to talk to your event coordinator, you're going to need to talk to the Mrs. Claus, and hopefully you will be able to have some questions to answer Mrs. Claus, such as what do you expect of Mrs. Claus? And hopefully it's more than just look good and don't get out of my way, fellas. We'd like to see a working partnership because she is Santa's partner. And hopefully you'll be able to create something that you'll be able to support each other. And that's the most thing. And Santa's, when you're at an event and Mrs. Claus is not there, how do you answer the question, where is Mrs. Claus? This is something that you really need to think about and ask yourself, because what is Mrs. Claus doing while Santa is down visiting with everybody? What is happening up at the North Pole while Santa is away? Because, Santa's away during the busiest, most important time of the year. He's out visiting people between November and December, and just before Christmas, especially if you're doing Christmas Eve stuff. What is happening at the North Pole? Where is Mrs. Claus? What is she doing? How are the elves doing? And this is all stuff that Santas will need to have a good answer for at the time. And hopefully you'll be able to have a good answer at that time, that you will able to maintain consistency. And if you're working with someone else, such as an elf or Mrs. Claus, that you'll have explained that to them, so they will have a similar answer, or you'll have worked together with that. So what is happening at the North Pole where you're down visiting? What is happening? You're spending all day at the big box sports store. What is happening while you're at the big box sports store? How are you keeping in touch with the North Pole? And hopefully you're not pulling this device out and on it all the time or anything like that in downtime, because that's not really professional. But if you do have a question, how are you going to answer that question? So there's lots of opportunity to build story. There's lots of opportunity to say that, while I'm down here, Mrs. Claus is up there running everything. She's the chief operations officer of the North Pole, and I'm here just doing publicity work and making sure that everybody is good. I'm checking my list twice. This is my second check to make sure everybody's on the nice list, and that we are going to get the proper gifts to the proper people as well. So there is a lot of really easy opportunities to have. But if you're working with someone, make sure that they're on the same page with you, so you can support each other with your story, support each other in keeping the belief going, or perhaps taking someone who's on the cusp of not believing and making them a believer. So it doesn't have to be a big involved story. It could just be a really quick answer, and oftentimes the quick answers are the easiest to remember and the easiest to work out between two performers or more performers as well. So there's lots of opportunity there to continue to build your story, to continue to build your North Pole, and then also move forward, and keep them believing, and keep the story going, and keep your North Pole alive. Wishing everybody a good week. Wishing everybody a good 2 weeks while we have a 2-week hiatus as Bob and Carol are traveling to Branson, as Randall continues to recover, and as Angela continues to get stuff done and make things run smoothly for us. Greatly appreciated. So see everybody in a few weeks' time, and wishing everybody a healthy and safe summer. And to all who are going to School of Santas, enjoy and have fun.
Ho, 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 ho!
Shop Thermo Apparel. They're wonderful. They're fantastic. And for the coolest of cool Santas or Easter bunnies, remember Thermo Apparel.
Don't just be cool as an attitude. Keep cool, literally.
Thermo Apparel! Be cool! Ho, 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 ho!
Since 1948, one suit defined Santa. Designed by Charles W. Howard and worn by the world-famous Santa Claus School. Worn for presidents, movies, parades, and the most magical moments in families' lives. This is not a costume, but finely tailored, hand-sewn clothing made in the USA. With expert cleaning, restoration, and storage services available, Santa & Company, LLC makes Santa magical.
All right, great job, Phineas. Great job. Okie dokie, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and dig into our trivia answers before we play our next two videos. So the first one was according to the best of 25 guide. What is the number one best brand cookie in the U.S.? Of course, we already answered that with Oreos. And our winner there was?
Bill Coates.
Bill Coates. Good job.
Congratulations, Bill.
Name goes over there to Santa's Closet, and we'll get your stuff on the way. And just so everyone knows, we're running a couple of weeks behind. If you won the last 2 weeks, be looking for your stuff. It'll be coming out. I have not got this stuff over to Santa's Closet. They've been busy. We've been busy. They're putting together an event for the Middle Tennessee group, and so just be patient with us. Okay, the bonus round, the cause and effect in 2024. Now that was the key there, 2024. The global cookie market was reported to have reached over $5 billion.
That's a lot of cookies.
Yeah, right here it says the global cookie market reached $5.8 billion in 2024, with premium and nostalgic brands driving category growth amid rising ingredient cost. There's an article that I took here. Also want to go ahead and say the top 5 selling cookie brands in the United States are Oreos, Chips Ahoy, Little Debbie's, Pepperidge Farms, and the 5th one kind of surprises me, but it doesn't, because everybody loves banana pudding. Nilla Wafers come in.
Nilla Wafers.
Nilla Wafers. And our winner there was?
Bill Coates.
Bill Coates, man, you're on a roll. Golly. Hey, and if he goes to Branson and wins that door decorating again this year, I want to think there's something up. All right, and let's go ahead and throw in the Phineas bonus round. Best-selling brand was introduced. That was the Oreos in 1912. Unbelievable. Winner?
Paul Anderson.
Paul Anderson gets that one. All right. Well, at least we didn't get a hat trick with Bill. He almost got it. But
He almost did.
he was close. He was close, but Paul beat you out on the last one.
Paul that got that one right, and Paul got him first. So.
Good job, guys. So Paul and Bill, your name goes on the wheel of
Destiny.
destiny. I wanted to say opportunity, but destiny. I got to remember that. That's cool. And then Bill, your name will go over to Wade and Scarlett. Okay, I guess we've got 2 more videos to play real quick, and then we'll be back on the other side. Well, actually, we've got more than that. We've got 4 to play, don't we?
4 videos.
Yeah, let's get them taken care of. Fantastic. I want to say thank you to all our contributors today. And I want to say this goes out, this cookie is for you, our Monday homies. Everyone that chimes in on Mondays, you're my Mondays homies. And this cookie was for you. It's gone now. All right, Angela.
You want to smile for us? It'll make it look like Phineas dug a little deeper and got dirt in your mouth.
He's got something in his beard.
Okay, are we ready for
Yes, we're ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. I'm Santa's official photographer, a name given to me by the Christmas community, but you can call me Jessica. For 35 years, I've been a portrait photographer, specializing in children and family. But here lately, I've been focusing on creating artistic images of Santa, Mrs. Claus, and their Christmas elves. What starts off as a simple photograph is transformed into a digital masterpiece. This isn't just photography. It's an exchange where the performer steps fully into their role, immersed in a real-life theatrical set where together we bring that story to life. If you're ready to elevate your presence with images that truly stand out, visit holidayphotomagic.com.
All right, again, thank you, Thermo Apparel, Santa and Company LLC, King Rest Partners, Capoots, Cherry Hill Program, Santa Central, and Holiday Photo Magic. Couldn't do this without you guys. Phineas, got any final words you want to wish anybody a good riddance
Just
again for 2 weeks?
Well, just wishing everybody good travels. And to quote, I know Doug Wright says, Bob, with Oreos, you twist them apart and dunk them in the cold milk. And it's like, Doug, do you think Bob's got the patience to do that? I mean, that's just too many steps between cookie and mouth, right? So,
I tell you what, I have just can't do it. It's just too good. Just absolutely. We want to say thank you to everyone for chiming in with us today. And, that first segment is always so good, no matter what the question is. You guys, our Monday homies, you come and knock it out of the ballpark for us with great answers and great, watching what the producer was doing over there. I couldn't figure it out for a moment.
My homie dance.
Our homie dance.
yeah, it's great conversation. I love the fact that everybody's so willing to chime in with their ideas and opinions and their experiences. You are who make the show happen, along with Angela, our amazing producer. Bob, Randyl, and I, we're just the pretty faces that make things happen. So thank you to everybody.
Brings me to a thought. This last weekend in Kentucky, it was kind of a different role for Santa's because we were the arm candy. Fantastic event, though. Anyway, come see us in Branson. If you're going to be in Branson, we'll be there. Going to have fun. Going to be a marathon. I was last night working on the script for tomorrow night and had to end up adding an extra page to the script because there is so much planned for this year's Branson 2026. It's going to be crazy. So anyway, looking forward to meeting everybody, seeing everybody, and having a great time. So until then, 2 weeks off here. We'll see you tomorrow night. And don't forget, 5 shows starting tomorrow night, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and the following Tuesday. 5 shows, Branson related. It's going to be so much to talk about, so many people to bring in, and it's going to be a hoot. All right, our time is up here. Phineas, thank you so much. Angela, thank you. Thank you to Santa Scott for the backdrop. I can't wait to get it here and get it home.
Yes. Uncle Scotty.
Yeah, she says, thank you, Uncle Scotty. All right, anyway, so much for the fun. We'll see you guys later. Thanks. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you later, everybody.
2 weeks
3
off?
weeks.
3 weeks.
We'll see you tomorrow night, but
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night.
bye, y'all.
Bye.